From the rarest mob to a real globe, a hologram creeper, and 31 more rarest fact about Minecraft. For example, the pink sheep is kind of considered the rarest sheep, and the chance of its spawn 0.16%. But few people talk about the cub. He is 20 times rarer than the pink sheep, and the chance of it appearing is 0.008%. And since we talked about the rarest mobs, you probably think that this little zombie on the chicken is the rarest, but it is not. The rarest mob in the game is the zombie villager, dressed in fully diamond enchanted armor, who holds an enchanted iron sword in his left hand and is wearing a pumpkin, which only happens on Halloween, and he can only be found in an abandoned village. The odds of him spawning are 1 in 66 and 96 zeros. Let's say you need a string, but you don't want to fight a spider. There's a way out. You can tame a cat, and every time you sleep with a 70% chance, he can bring you a gift in the morning. A feather, a rabbit's foot, a membrane, or a string. How many presents will you get if you tame a lot of cats? We see this world as beautiful and colorful, but not all the mobs see it that way. In the spectator mode, we can get into a mob and see that Enderman, for example, sees everything strangely purple. The creeper is just all green, and the spider is like a guard who has 10 cameras from all angles. Interestingly, the sounds of our most favorite phantom mob were made by the son of the developer screaming in his sleep. Endermen die from water, although if you put him in a cauldron of water, he will not do anything. And if you put a cauldron underwater with lava, you can burn right under the water. That's a little bit of a lack of logic. Now I'm going to show you one of the most satisfying things in Minecraft. We set up a soul sand with water on top of it. Drop the sand and see what a nice effect is obtained. If you put any falling block on the TNT underwater, it can safely explode. Now, I'm curious, what do you think chops faster? A wood axe at efficiency 5 and durability 3, or a golden axe with the same enchantments, or just a netherite axe? I'm already starting to chop, but we'll know the results a little later. But in the meantime, I think few people knew that there is a 5% chance to spawn a zombie leader. Outwardly, he is no different, but he can summon zombies as reinforcements, and this works only on hard difficulty. And on this map, with a bunch of command blocks, you can scan a building and recreate a copy of it from particles. There's a creeper or a bee, for example. I really like this map. Dolphins can both drown underwater and suffocate on land. A unique mob. They can't be underwater for more than 4 minutes. They can't be on land for more than 2 minutes. There's no perfect place for them, unfortunately. An endless amethyst world. If you walk on the amethyst, it will make sounds. If we run, it makes more sounds. And if we set ourselves a very high speed, ooh, that feels good. I'd run forever in this world. Have you ever wanted to build an aquarium in your house? It's very simple. A chest, hatches on the sides, glass underneath which a frame, and on it a map. And if we pour a bucket of water at the right angle with a tropical fish, it goes like this. The most real aquarium. Realistic water in Minecraft. No more infinite source. If we put blocks, it will pour out. The dispenser only gives a little bit of water at a time. Well, if you destroy this huge dam, this water will flood everything in its path. Get ready for the most useful information in the world. The hoglin has one nostril bigger than the other. It's not ordinary. Thank you for your attention. Back to the experiment. The fastest was the golden axe at efficiency 5. Second place went to the wooden axe at efficiency 5, and surprisingly, the netherite axe took the longest. When the world loads, there's this picture right here, and it means something. It's like loading chunks. Black is an area that hasn't been loaded. Gray is structures. Blue is water. If you're interested, here's a diagram of all the colors. And if you're some kind of millionaire, you can make a path to your house out of enchantment tables. It's a very nice sight. Do not want to make a classic fence around your house. You can put a fence of different kinds and mobs cannot come to you and you can easily pass. How about that, huh? Using a couple of simple commands, we can make a tornado of lightning. I've always wondered how they do that. Another pretty satisfying thing in Minecraft, if we enchant a crossbow to piercing arrow, we can shoot several mobs in a row. But there's nothing wrong with that. But what if we enchant it with a command? For example, at level 127, and we have a big row of snowmen. Now look. Oh! Rabbits move by jumping, but if you suddenly put them on a slime block, they will be stuck there forever because they cannot jump. The saddest fact of all, someone thought that only one fortress with a portal, but there are many more. In each world appears 128 strongholds. In Minecraft, you can even make a real globe. To do this, we put a command block and insert the first command. We have a golden base. On it, we put a yellow candle. And with the second command block, call the globe itself. But it's not spinning yet. We can fix that quickly. And great, This is probably one of my favorite facts. The llamas are very easy to move. If you hook one llama on a leash, up to 10 llamas will somehow follow it. I've been playing over 50 years of Minecraft and only recently learned this myself. The symbols on the ender crystal really mean something. If you translate those hieroglyphics, it's Mojang. This YouTuber made a lot of different weird weapons, but I like the round dome of shields with swords the most. It's something crazy. If you name a rabbit Toast, it will change its coloring to a unique black and white. This is a reference to a player who lost his toast rabbit, and its coloring was added to the game in 2014 when rabbits were added. Did you know that there is a creeper that smiles, or a nerd creeper in the game? And I'm not talking about the diamond chicken at all. These are super rare mobs because they could only be found on the snapshot of the first April update in 2015. Few people knew, but the phases of the moon affect the world. In a full moon, slimes spawn twice as much, spiders can spawn invisible, half of the cats spawn black. But when there's no moon, slimes don't spawn at all. That's where I realized a lot of things. With this simple command, we can make ourselves a spacesuit out of a block of glass, or wear the most fashionable goggles from the Wicked, or we can become a unicorn. There's only so much you can do with your imagination. Even on very old versions, it was possible to craft chainmail armor. There was an object of fire, and such an easy way from it was possible to craft armor. There is no logic in this, but that's how it is. You can slightly mock the axolotls. Take them all on a leash, give them a potion of levitation, and they will replace us balloons. Not round, of course, but at least there's something. Usually, everyone builds their first house out of planks, like a box. But I have a genius idea how to diversify your first days in Minecraft. Gather a lot of seedlings and plant them this way. And now, you need to either wait a little bit or accelerate with bone meal. And that's how easy and simple it is to make yourself even a little secret hideout for the early days of the game. Which of the facts you liked the most? Write in the comments.